Hi, this is Paula Martin. I'm a holistic weight loss coach, and today's topic is a wonderful question that I got from one of my clients or member in my holistic weight loss support group. The question was, so is there really no healthy bread? Why I really like this question? We all love bread. I don't think that I know one single person that would say, yeah, I do not like bread. I know that it's one of the most addictive foods, the most liked emotional foods that people get seriously addicted to. Usually, when we feel emotionally imbalanced, we tend to eat something heavier because that heavier feel in our stomachs make us feel calmer. Like we tend to feel a little more in control for some reason. And it has not been different for me. Okay, I've had times in a recent past where I would go back to eating a little bit of bread, but I luckily am at the point where I can control myself, so I would have it twice and I would not do it again to myself to go back to eating bread. But why is there no healthy bread? We can talk about the real bread, the baked, the cooked bread. In my opinion and my experience, what is created by men, what is heated and treated and is made of produce that's been processed, it has no quality, no nutrients, and that really is valid for nowadays grains. So the first step to have bread is to have grains, and to have a healthy bread like they used to have it hundreds of years ago, it's really impossible nowadays. The grains nowadays have almost no nutrients in it. That's how empty nutrients-wise the soil is nowadays. So if you'd really want healthy bread, you would probably need to go a couple hundreds of years back in time to do that. With bread that you buy at the store, I mean, if you'd find a bread that would be made of 3 ingredients that I might tell you, okay, if you like it, maybe you can have that occasionally. But nowadays, if you check out the label of breads, there are so many things. That's first issue that I have with the breads. It's also dead, okay? It's totally dead. What you get in the bread, it's baked. The enzymes are gone. Enzymes die in temperatures higher than 42 degrees Celsius, so there's no enzymes. It's a dead food that does not give you vitamins, it does not give you juice, it's not a live food. What you really want to consume is live food. So what you could eat instead of a bread to get the same kind of a feeling, like a dryish, make you feel heavier kind of thing, you could always sprout some of your seeds, for example, like I would do, or soak at least. I would do like linseed seeds and maybe chia seeds, for example, or even soak some of your nuts. You could then blend that, spread it on your seed baking sheet, and ideally put it in your dehydrator or even oven and try to slow dry it on a temperature that is lower than 42 degrees Celsius. If you do not have the option of waiting for so long, you need your bread substitute right now, I would still bake that rather than buying and eating bread from the store. They say that there's bread that's made like the old way with the procedure of the yeast being created. I don't know the procedure, I know that people say that. But again, it's the only difference is that it might not be as bad for your digestion as the other breads, but it's definitely not a healthful food. It's a starch, there's so many ingredients in it. Your body has so much work to deal with that stuff. You need to realize that whatever you put in your body needs to create some kind of an enzyme, some kind of an environment to be able to work through it. And whatever is like bad and your body doesn't know what to do with it, it's gonna store it. And usually that's bad stuff that when it's stored in your body, it's just going to be really creating more fat and being stored, and it will store more water, and you're just going to bulk up. not with muscle, of course, but everything else. So I just have this one, which my husband bought for my kids, cinnamon bread from Target. And that is not the worst that I've seen, actually. It's enriched wheat flour, which means wheat flour, malted barley flour, niacin, reduced iron, thiamine, mononitrate. Already like these words, okay, you don't want anything that has these things in it. Then there's folic acid. Doctors would prescribe or tell you, even like when you're pregnant, take folic acid. Folic acid is a man-made thing. It's not natural. You cannot find folic acid in the nature. It's in form of folate in nature. So it's just you need to go natural, seriously, at least natural, if not raw, like if not below the 42 degrees Celsius. Then it continues. There's water, there's sugar, there's brown sugar, there's butter, there's yeast. There is also cinnamon, there's whole grain oats, salt, non-fat milk, soybean oil, oat flour, potato flakes, wheat gluten, caramel color, calcium propione. I don't even know how to pronounce that. That's supposed to be mold inhibitor. So how do you expect your body to deal with all that? All right, we are not garbage bin. It's not like you dump and then you dump it out again. Your body needs to work through all that, and every single little ingredient needs to be worked through and worked into your body or out of your body, and it takes a lot of cell energy. Every cell in your body that is being used in the digestive system needs to work hard to work with it, okay? So look at this. We have sugars, we have butters, we have yeast, we have milk, we have oil, soybean oil. You know, there's so many food groups in one stupid bread. Sorry to say that, but it's just, it's bad. Honestly, getting off of the addiction of these things is a key to success. I'm telling you, like seriously, if you don't want to do anything else for yourself, please get rid of starches, which is bread, pasta, noodles. They are so addictive. So we talked about the bread. I will also create some videos maybe as soon as possible with some bread substitutes or healthier bread substitutes, foods that will emotionally make you feel the similar way. I also want to mention what I do not eat now, but I used to when I was really into noodles, and I was missing the noodles after I stopped eating the flour noodles. There are delicious substitutes that come from algae, and those are kelp noodles, and they're totally amazing. I'm serious. Like they might come pricey a little bit, but still give yourself the chance to eat that once in a while, because again, it is processed. It's not an algae itself. It had to be processed somehow. I do not remember the ingredients specifically for this one thing, but I know it's something like 2-3 ingredient thing. So still like way better than what I was just talking about. So noodles have this great substitute, which is noodles, but they're made of kelp. Another great thing is, noodle-wise, you can do zucchini noodles, which I totally love, and sometimes I need that difference, that texture of eating vegetables in just like a different form, different texture, and it makes you feel different. So you can make white like fettuccine noodles with just a peeler, and peel like your zucchini into the noodles all the way to the core, and you have a bowl of beautiful raw noodles. You can pour your sauce over it or eat it with anything pretty much that you like. Use it as a side dish to your meat, for example, and it's really like noodles. You can eat them raw if you like it. You can season it, or you can put it on your pan for a few minutes and stir fry it with some herbs, garlic, or whatever you like. So that's a great tip as well with the zucchini. They also sell the spiralizer. I have a hard time saying that word. That little thingy that you put your zucchini in, that looks funny now, but that creates like really round, thin noodles, which is amazing too. Also, again, a different experience. And you can use that spiralizer. You can also use that spiralizer for any hard vegetable like carrot. I believe you could use it for cucumbers, celery, or turnip, you call it, and so on. So yeah, give it a try. It's really delicious, and it's fun, and it looks beautiful. And if you still think that you cannot give up breads, like I said, please try to find the one that has the most natural ingredients and the least possible ingredients. For example, the people in Africa, the original tribes, what they do, they eat a lot of bread. They have cornbread, but their only ingredients is corn and water, and they just make bread out of that. So that's why they can afford to eat that the whole life, because their body doesn't get depleted of minerals and nutrients trying to work through everything they stuff their bodies with. So if you need to keep your bread, try to really make sure you get the most natural one you can, and try to keep the food combining the simple way. So according to the food combining chart, please, it's a starch. Remember, do not eat your bread with proteins. So don't eat it with meat, don't eat it with eggs, cheese. If you want to eat bread, give yourself that time for you and your bread, okay? It's just you and your bread. At most, you can add leafy greens or some vegetables, but I would still avoid that. If you need that me and bread time, just go ahead, get the best bread and just indulge. But make it like a once in a while occasion, and make it really just you and him, all right? Or her. I hope this video was helpful. It was fun, and I hope to see you next time. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. You can find me as Paula Martin on Facebook. You can join my holistic weight loss support group on Facebook as well. I'd love to have you there. And you can also check out my website, www.paulamartin.org. Thanks for watching once again. If you like this video, hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.